What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another World Cup watch along, people. And today it is the second quarterfinal, Spain against Belgium in LA, in the SoFi Stadium, actually, the Cronquet Zone. I've been to that stadium twice. Unbelievable stadium, by the way. And we are here for this one, people. Big up to everyone locked in. And hopefully we get a more entertaining game than yesterday, even though we got a little bit of magic from Dembele and Elise and Mbappe. Overall, it was a poor game. I thought Morocco were too cautious, too defensive, didn't really go for it, and we didn't get anything as a spectacle, really. Curtis Aubameyang, sure. Was I actually late? 50. Well, it's just turned 52 on mine. I might have been maybe a minute. But anyway, big up to everyone. Maybe you thought I was going to be there at 1:45. So you thought I was late. But anyway, we are live, people. We are live. The players are walking on the pitch. Today, are we going to see this man turn up? Because I don't think he's looked himself during this competition. We know he's come back from an injury with no football. Been out for 2 months at the end of the season. Seen moments of magic, but not really the total Lamine Yamal that we're used to. For me, one of the best players in the world, 18 years of age, such a talented player. Yeah, I don't think he's fully fit. You wonder, has he regained that fitness now after a few games, or is he still sort of playing through, trying to regain fitness? But let's see how he gets on today. I'd love it if we got a Bruno. Here we go. Obviously, that one is going to go on and on, I think, although they reckon that Bruno has said he wants it all done before pre-season, so we'll see what happens with that one. But let's see how Spain get on against Belgium. Obviously, there's an Arsenal connection, although all the Arsenal Spanish players are on the bench, and Trossard starts for Belgium. He's probably going to leave. The Spain team: Unai Simon, Pedro Porro, Cucurella, Laporte and Kubasi. The midfield, big change: Rodri and Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz comes into the team for Pedri. They're saying that Rodri and Pedri are going into a lot of the same spaces on the pitch. They need somebody a little bit different. Fabian Ruiz, left-footed, maybe a slightly different balance. Alex Baena and Dani Olmo plays in the 10. Lamine Yamal on the right. And Oyarzabal on the striker's position in that false 9. On the bench, David Raya, champion, on the bench. Pubil, Grimaldo, Eric Garcia, Marcos Llorente, Marino, champion. Ferran Torres, Gavi, Pino, Juan Garcia, Nico Williams, Pedri, Munoz, Zubamendi, champion. And Boya is on the bench as well, people. Yeah, Pedri has been underwhelming. I'm a massive fan of Pedri, but he's just, I don't know what's going on with him in this competition. Hasn't been great at all. And neither has Vitinha. Do you know what? Actually, I'm just thinking of all the teams now. Pull me up on this if I'm wrong. I reckon Rodri's been the best midfielder in the World Cup, to be honest. Every time I've watched Spain, it's him. It's all him. It's all going through him. I kind of thought after the ACL we'd see him fade a little bit. I think Rodri's been the best midfielder in the World Cup. I don't think any... Bellingham maybe as well. Bellingham as well. He's really done the business for England. And no Argentina midfielder has been unreal. None of the French ones have been unreal. I think Rodri... Decker's been good, but obviously he missed a game. Kone hasn't played every game either. But I would say Rodri and Bellingham have been the best two midfielders, to be honest, in this tournament. Different roles as well. Elise, yeah, in the 10. Obviously started on the right, went to but yeah, him as well, of course. Let's go through the Belgium team. Courtois in goal, Timothy Castagne at right back, De Kuyper at left back, Micheli and Ngoy, the two centre backs. Raskin comes in now. Just as I was about to go live, Yuri Tielemans has pulled out of the team with an injury in the warm-up. So Vanaken has come in for Tielemans. Tielemans has been quite good for them, actually, to be honest. And he's dropped out with an injury in the warm-up. That's a massive loss for them, as he's one of probably their best players, to be honest. So no Yuri Tielemans. Vanaken comes in. Leandro Trossard champion. He's on the right. Doku on the left. Or are they on? No, they've listed it as Doku on the left, Trossard on the right. Kevin De Bruyne in the 10. De Koitala up front. On the bench, people. Theatre, Axel Witsel. Lukaku just seems to score off the bench every game. Says, Lamons, Pendes, Dodi, Mounier, Vinter, Moreira, Yuri Tielemans, who's obviously not fit, Alexis and Matthias, people. I think that if France don't win the World Cup, that Spain are the favourites, and then I would say, well, let's put it this way. Spain are the team that I think are most likely to beat France out of anybody who plays them. I just think they keep the ball, they frustrate you. You're not able to be as impactful as when you're playing against the Spanish. They are the team that if France are going to get beaten by anybody, I feel like it could be them. Yeah, Tielemans and Onana. Well, I think Tielemans, they said, he's a knock, a little twinge. Onana, of course, ACL, he'll be out for months. They're just one of them teams, bro. Mbappe and them lot will try and run, and Spain will just be playing keep ball. It's crazy. Michael Oliver's the ref. How do they watch football and go, oh, I'll tell you what, we'll take Michael Oliver. One of the worst refs in the Prem. But let's see. No goals conceded for the Spanish. Unbelievable. Just quickly, I see a lot of you saying it in the chat, so we'll talk about it briefly. It's the big Premier League news of the evening. Ederson to Manchester United. The deal is off and considered as collapsed. Manchester United have informed Atalanta. Atalanta believe Ederson is 100% fit and will welcome the midfielder back as part of their squad, as Man United have changed their plans. Man United apparently are feeding out to the media that Ederson has failed his medical. I think the belief is that Man United have decided to go for somebody else and they're using the medical excuse to not buy him. I think, who are they going for? You know, you look at players like Manu Kone at 50 million for France. Maybe they're looking at somebody like him. You know, Ederson, I think, was 45 to 50 million. So I know a lot of people are trolling Man United in the chat. It sounds like Man United pulled out of the deal. Tchouaméni, definitely, they got done on him. They thought they were getting him. He signed a new deal. But this one, it sounds like United backed out at the last minute. I wasn't convinced by him, to be honest, anyway. But it's pretty unprofessional. Look at that stadium, man. Honestly, it's an unbelievable stadium. There's a beach outside of it. As you can see on TV now, the massive lake, palm trees everywhere. It looks like a spaceship. Honestly, it makes the Emirates look like a homeless shelter. I'm telling you now, that stadium is nuts. We're about to get underway, people. Spain against Belgium. I'm going to go for a Spain win. Will they even concede a goal? I'll go for 2-0 to Spain. I'll go 2-0. Doku and Trossard, Lukaku, De Bruyne. Maybe they will concede. I just think they'll win. Yeah, the SoFi, it's unbelievable, man. Honestly, one of the best. Oh, it does. It looks like a holiday complex. You think, yo, that's what the Cronkays were doing over there, yeah? Sort our stadium out. Big up, Salo. I like this. Says, big up Big C and the C unit. For those who are going through real struggles, I just want to say, don't give up. Come on, man, each and every time. You know what I mean? Survival instincts, people. Keep going. Whatever you're going through, there's always a new day tomorrow, you know? Who's United's replacement for Ederson? I think they can get a better player than him, to be honest. I hope they don't get Manu Kone, because I rate him. And someone's going to buy him. We are underway now. Second quarter-final of the World Cup. See? Oh, no, to be fair, it's Belgium. They're not kicking the ball out for a throw-in. So fair play to them. They're actually trying to keep the ball. We're underway, people. Please be a better game than France-Morocco. Surely Belgium. That's a good ball. Belgium in. Oh, overhit slightly. Goes out for a goal. I'm telling you, man, the Emirates compared to that, bro. They got palm trees, lakes, and a beach. We've got pigeons, puddles. And that's about it. Do you know what I mean? Big up Flash, Big C, first time commenting. Did you hear about the Nasri news? Mitoma crashed into someone in Japan. I did hear about Nasri. I haven't heard about Mitoma. Let's have a look. Tokyo police are investigating Mitoma after he struck a 48-year-old woman. According to authorities, he ran a red light and then collided with the victim who was crossing on a bicycle. Wow. Yeah, he could end up in a bit of trouble for that. Pigeons, puddles, and pavement. Yeah, that's about it. You know what I mean? They got lakes and beaches and palm trees, but hey, is what it is. Yeah, Nasri's in some drug trafficking scandal. Lamine Yamal gets fouled, wins a free kick. Ion, big up legend Curtis here for the Yamal glaze. Yeah, more glaze, more glaze. They always have. They say, yeah, they do. They say Mbappe and Yamal, I glaze them. They're two of the best players in the world. If you're gonna glaze players, they're the ones you glaze. And Messi, of course. Apparently, he was confused by the traffic light. Yeah, that's what it said. It said the footballer ran a red light after mistaking the traffic signal for a pedestrian one. So he thought it meant the pedestrian should stop, and it meant he should stop. I mean, that's a bit of a... Imagine saying that you've knocked someone over, you've gone through a red light, you thought the red light meant that the pedestrian should stop instead of you stopping. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure that one's going to work. Do you know what I mean? You've been driving for years, you don't know what the red light means. That is cap. That is cap. Anyway, Spain in possession. Goes out for a throw-in. Big up to everyone locked in, man. Hope you're well. I'll put this stream up a bit later as well, which is my fault. I thought I'd listed it. Yeah, Edison is on. Any bombers during the show, feel free to feel free to... Oh, there was a little Bruno story there, but nah, it's something I've already read. Obviously, Hand of Arsenal tweeted something today regarding Bruno Guimaraes. She said Bruno has directly told Eddie Howe he wants to join the English champions. Kia Joorabchian is doing all the communication between the clubs. Arsenal internally discussing another offer. Bruno preferably wants it sorted before pre-season, but he won't do an Isak to get his move. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, we got... yeah, I would love it. We need to be live. Whenever we get a Here We Go on Bruno, we're going live straight away. Only certified bombers, yeah, not some sort of poor journalist. Something's up with Hand of Arsenal. Well, the rumour was that he was leaving Arsenal, or maybe the link that he's got has left Arsenal. I don't know. Ball in behind, looking for Lamine. The ball doesn't reach him. We're not getting Barcola. I think that one will figure itself out after the World Cup. There's reports that he's going to go and have meetings with PSG, sort out his future. They haven't signed Diomande yet. So maybe Diomande signing would free up Barcola, but I think that deal's going to be quite tricky to get done. I don't think they want to sell him. Arsenal women, yeah. Who did they sign today? The Barcelona centre-back, Ana Bitel or something. I know she's meant to be very good. Mad that Porro starts for Spain, can't start for Spurs. No, but do you know what? I think he does start for Spurs, really, when he's fit. They're talking about selling Jed Spence. Oh, good footwork by Doku. Aye! Ooh, tried to nutmeg him. Oh, he's done well there. Doku, that's what we need, man. I need a bit of excitement in the game. Porro is actually not a bad right back. You know, sometimes Tottenham makes players look worse than they are. And you got to remember, they've only got Carvajal, who's old now. They haven't really got many right backs. Barcola is overrated. He's good, but I don't think he's worth 100 million, but the market's insane at the moment. Raya got golden gloves, don't start for Spain. It's not always straightforward. No, international managers have a whole different outlook on the game. Like, even Juan Garcia, like, he's just won the league at Barcelona. Reyes won the league at Arsenal, and you're playing Unai Simon, who finished mid-table for Bilbao, you know, but that's football, isn't it? That is football. At least he won't be that tired when he comes back for pre-season. Bruno G serving Barcola and Saka. Can you imagine the increase in goals? It would be decent. Boniface said, I'll say it again. Elise's clear of your mole. You can time me out. No, listen, that's not timeout worthy. That's, you know, that's definitely a discussion you can have. You know, yeah, Elise, I think, has gone up a whole nother level in this tournament. Yeah, everyone. What I don't like with a lot of these journalists, and I get it, they're playing the game and there's money to be made in it, and that's why they're doing it. Like Fabrizio, for example, he will give you the same story in different words over and over again. Before we even get a here we go for Bruno, he'll put out about 10, 15 tweets saying the same thing in different ways. And listen, you can't knock the hustle, but it's frustrating from a fan's point of view. Big up Junior, who says, big up Curtis, love the watch-alongs. Did you hear the news about Zubimendi being homesick and him wanting to leave Arsenal? No, I haven't heard that, you know. An interesting one today, actually, was Arsenal being linked with Mavropanos, which I thought was interesting. He has improved a lot since leaving Arsenal. Obviously, West Ham have been relegated, so maybe available on the cheap. And obviously, Arsenal are concerned about Saliba and the potential for him needing surgery on his back. So he didn't really get a chance at Arsenal. But yeah, big up. Would he be he could be homesick, you know. I think right now centre midfield is his options. You could go and get Manu Kone for 50 million and sell Zubimendi. Yeah, big up Modified. Yeah, listen, Elise's a baller, man. Elise's an absolute baller. Belgium kit's hurting your eyes. They've done well to even get through. It'd be a massive shock if Spain got knocked out. Yamal hugs the line, Elise floats. Yeah, I think Elise, the way he's played this tournament in the 10, I think he looks even better in the 10 than on the right. Elliot said the guy who originally reported on Solis says he's pretty much signed. That would be really interesting if we sign him, because what then happens with Martinelli? You wouldn't have Martinelli, Solis, and then go and buy a Barcola or someone like that. So that must mean we're either not signing one of those left wingers or Martinelli's going to get sold as well. Air Max said, I keep saying about these Italian, Spanish, South American, the homes. I think a lot of it, you know, the homesickness, free kick there to Spain on the left. I think the homesick stuff comes from how well you're playing. I never heard Rodri talk about being homesick. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you're winning league titles. Some of them, I checked, that was Trossard who pulled him back. You tend to get homesick when you're all of a sudden, you're on the bench, you're not playing, you're thinking about home, I don't want to be here. You know, I bet he wasn't homesick when he was starting. Romano is on Trevor's watch-along. Romano is on Trevor's watch-along. No bombers, says Samath. Don't know what that means. Big up Ricky, who said, if France win the World Cup, Dembele, Doué with trebles and a World Cup. Elise with a double and a World Cup. Saliba with a Prem and a World Cup. Mbappe, World Cup, Golden Boot. World Cup and a Golden Boot. I go for Elise. If France win the World Cup, Mbappe will win the Golden Boot. 100%. It's not even a contest. We got to remember that the Ballon d'Or is a popularity contest, first and foremost. And as good as Elise is, he doesn't have huge presence and personality off the pitch. He hardly interviews, he hardly speaks. Mbappe is like one of the biggest players in the world on and off the pitch. The French will want Mbappe to win the Ballon d'Or so that they can really push him on that pedestal. If France win the World Cup, Mbappe wins Ballon d'Or, 100%. No doubt about it. Especially because, I mean, he's got 8 goals. If they win it, he'll probably hit double figures. How many times have you seen a player score 10 goals in a World Cup? So we became champions. Our first signings are Solis and Melier. I mean, that is just, when you say it out loud, it sounds crazy. Seeing these animations online. No, I need to watch them. Somebody told me about that the other day. Mbappe animated programs that are on YouTube, apparently comedy, meant to be good. On Reef, the thing is, I think it was a bit different then. Now it is definitely. Or if you're unpopular at the same time, you won't win it. The opposite way round. The Retro said Martinelli needs to play striker. I've always been intrigued to see how he does there. 1 out of 10 window so far. It can only get better, man. It can only get better. Big up Marcel. I didn't even get a notification. To be fair, I only put the stream out like 45 minutes before the game, so it's my fault. I think what I've realised, to make sure people get the notification, you've got to put the stream up sometimes like 2 hours before it starts, and it feels like they put notifications out. Vinny was more popular. You say that though, Ricky. I'd say he was more popular with fans, but not with the media. And we got to remember that Ballon d'Or is voted by the press. They don't like Vinny in the press. They think he's arrogant, he dances, he calls out racism in Spain. They don't like that. That's why they went for Rodri. If it was the fans' vote, then Vinny would have won Ballon d'Or. Messi should get the Ballon d'Or. Should get the Ballon Goat. It's good ball over the top there. He was onside as well. Shot was blocked. Nothing happened so far. No Edison, thank God. Now bring me Kone and Bruno G. Bro, you need to let go of that Bruno G talk, MJ. It's over, bro. You know what I mean? He's either staying at Newcastle or he's coming to the Arsenal, bro. He ain't going Man United. He ain't going Man United. He don't want a top 4 race. I think you're right, though. Edison, I think you can get better than him. Crossed in, caught by Unai Simon. Kone will be good. If I was United, I'd actually go and get him 50 million. There's no doubt Man United have had a positive conversation with someone else. And they've gone, oh, Edison's failed his medical. They're like, that's funny, because last week there was nothing wrong with him. He's barely kicked a ball for Brazil either. They've obviously had a good conversation with someone else, and they've said, just say that he's failed his medical. Just watched the Marino recovery story. Went through the whole emotions I had during the season. He did well to make the World Cup, man. Arsenal, yeah, I know. Being greedy, I would love Arsenal to get Manu Kone and Bruno Guimaraes. Being Andrew Gasser, watching Trossard destroy the USA was painful. Needed Stella or Drossard. I'm also thinking of I also think selling Trossard is the right move. Cult hero settings. I've got no problem with Trossard going. It's 31 year left. I think we could have got an extra maybe 10 million euros for him, but you've got to know when to sell players. Arsenal are not good at knowing. Doku's causing havoc here, by the way. Ball out wide. Belgium on the attack inside the penalty area. Shots blocked by Cucurella. Remember, Spain have not conceded a goal in the whole tournament, which is unbelievable. They've really gone under the radar, Spain. They drew that first game, and everybody went, yeah, this Spanish team's not that good. Nico Williams came into the tournament injured. Lamine was injured. Their attack looks sluggish. But they haven't conceded a goal. Lamine tackles Doku. How's this going to end up? I thought that went out. He spun him, by the way. Lamine, what you got? Oh, his pass is blocked. Doku does look on it. Doku's good, man. His end product needs to improve, but he's a menace. He's got to be, I would say Doku is one of the most difficult wingers to play against in the Premier League, if you're a fullback. But he does need to get his numbers higher. Spain on the attack. Baena rolls it into Dani Olmo. Unbelievable touch, but it gets away from him with his third touch goal kick. Slow start to the game. Bruno G spoke to Uncle Miro, said, we got big wages. Miro said, bro, don't go there. You ain't winning nothing. Corriere della reported Kone agree. Yeah, listen, he's on like 80 grand a week. It's not difficult. You know, Arsenal will be, like I said, we know that Berta does this scattergun approach. He would have spoken to Kone's agent. Yeah, how much do you want? 150? Yeah, we're prepared to pay that. Okay, then they'll go, yeah, we've agreed terms. We ain't made a bid for him. But he's a good option. Newcastle want up to 90 million for Bruno. Arsenal making a final offer, 72 million plus add-ons. That's a fair price. They can't get 90 million for him unless he goes Saudi. But they don't want to sell him. So, oh, yo, that ball's crazy. If it stays in, oh, it's gone out. Porro with the volley cut across it, but he cut across it too much. Yeah, 90 million, I don't think Arsenal. 72 plus like what, maybe 5 in add-ons? That's a great offer for a 28-year-old. Yamali's a little bit of a throwback. Well, he doesn't play anything like Spanish players, really, does he? You know what I mean? He's very different to your typical Spanish player. Obviously, he's born in Morocco and he doesn't play like a typical Spanish winger. Just as I say that, he's dropping to the floor. Doku definitely looks on it. Because Doku's looking at Porro thinking, yeah, I've ripped you apart, Man City against Tottenham. I'm just going to do the same in this game. Ball whipped in for Belgium, back post, collision, referee gives a free kick. This is an interesting game, this, you know. I remember sitting there yesterday, just before the French game, and I went, okay, 4 quarterfinals. France against Morocco, we expect... Was that a foul on Yamal? I don't know. France against Morocco, we expect France to win. Spain, Belgium, we expect Spain. England, Norway, I think England are expected to win. Argentina, Switzerland, we expect Argentina. But surely, at least one of them, we get a bit of a surprise. One of them, surely, will lose. I'd be very surprised if all 4 of them got through. Chris said, genuinely, I'd happily pay 85 to 90 for Bruno. He's the best midfielder available for us. I hear it, you know, at the same time, it's like, if we're offering 72 plus 5 in add-ons, you're at 77 million, but they're saying for 90 you can have him, but 77 you're not getting him. As a fan, you're going, it's only 13 million. Just pay the money. And that's where it does get crazy. So I get that. So if they're prepared to go to 77, I think Newcastle will drop the price slightly, even if it's not a lot. Oh yeah, you're right. By the way, big up. Yeah, Lamine was born in Catalonia. Yeah, I thought he was actually born in Morocco, but obviously Moroccan parents. Pedro Porro rolls it in. Belgium defend well. They've given a free kick to Belgium. When you deep it, Roberto Martinez mashed up Belgium and Portugal's golden generation. With Belgium, I forgive them. They weren't aware of how bad he was. With Portugal, you've got no excuse. Why did Portugal look at Roberto Martinez and think, I tell you what, he's the guy that's going to win us the World Cup? He's a terrible manager. He's a terrible manager. I don't know what they were thinking. They probably gave him the job because he said, I'll just do whatever Ronaldo wants me to do. And that's all he's done. He's awful. He's absolutely awful. So Portugal, they needed a strong character that was willing to take Ronaldo off, bench him sometimes. He's one of the worst managers at the big nations. Bruno deal, Newcastle, I'm strong, says Rob. Rather Jose, let him stink out the place. Be interesting how he does at Real. Very interesting. Rodri, that's a good ball. Looking for Dani Olmo, it doesn't get there. Apparently the heat is crazy. Lamine drifts out of his feet. Lamine puts it wide. Tried to bend it in the far bottom corner. He's appealing for a corner. The referee's given a goal kick. I mean, if that doesn't get a deflection, I think maybe he could have done a little bit better. Yeah, it looks like it does deflect off his leg. Referee doesn't. Don't they do VAR checks on corners now? No, obviously not. They haven't done it. Only a few managers would have. Yeah, listen, you got to be a real big character. Lamin's not fit, bro. I'll be honest with you, Sebastian. He's not fit. He came into the tournament injured. Do you know what I mean? He's 18 years of age. We know he can do it for Spain. He scored in the Euros final at 16 years of age, top corner against France. Semi-final, actually, was it? Was it the semi or the final? Semi-final. Final was England, wasn't it? So he can do it. He's not fit. He's come into this tournament on the back of a 2-month injury. And it looks like he's not fully fit and sharp. Yeah, this is the stadium, the Kroenke Zone. It's absolutely unbelievable, I promise you. Referee gives a free kick. Lamin's getting annoyed. Don't worry, mate. Michael Oliver. He's dreadful. This game's got I hope not. It's got that feel of heavy eyelids already. Spain passing it around. Belgium sitting quite deep. Why aren't we using Nelly to get Bruno? I mean, those things happen. There's only so much that a player can actually do, though, isn't there? What can he do? Bruno wants the move, so Nelly can't. He can try and convince him he doesn't need to. He already wants to. He can't do anything to Newcastle. That's the problem at the moment. The stumbling block is Newcastle. Can we get Newcastle to accept a price that works for us? It's Bruno is not the issue. Stadium paid with Arsenal money. Probably was. I bet this stadium cost a fortune as well. How much does SoFi Stadium cost? How much did SoFi Stadium cost? 5.5 billion. First hydration break. So SoFi cost 5.5 billion to make that stadium. How much did Emirates Stadium cost? 390 million. I mean, what are we doing here, people? 5.5 billion. Ours wasn't even half a billion. I told you. They make it. Look here. Look at this stadium. Looks like a spaceship. 5.5 billion. Ours is 390 million. Kroenke's. Any chance, bro, of our stadium even being half what theirs is worth? I'm not sure the palm trees will work in Finsbury Park, but Tottenham Stadium was $1 billion. Listen, I know inflation. We built our stadium a long time ago, and I get it. They've got all that space, you know. London is different. There's not a lot of space around the Emirates where they could have actually built, so it's never going to get to 5.5 billion, but you could, you know, I just think the Emirates, I think they're all going to do up the Emirates, to be honest, anyway. Make a video rating stadiums. That would be good, actually. Big up TJZ. David said, would you let Zubomendi go if we sign Kone and Guimaraes? I would. Yeah, I would. But the only thing is, in fact, Bruno can occasionally play in the 6. Yeah, I would. We need to increase the capacity and renovate. Yeah, I don't think the Emirates is that good now. I think it's you can tell it was built like 20 years ago. It's a bit behind. I think we'll end up at Wembley for a year while they do it up. All right, we're back, people. I'd let Zubby go without getting anyone his dog. It was good for the first 6 months, man. He faded. Premier League, the physicality, the 63 games, it got to him. Do you know what I mean? You hate the massive stripes on the new kit. Yeah, I don't know what Adidas. It's just forced. I don't know. And they've done it on like Real Madrid's kit. So Adidas must sit there and have these big meetings and go, oh, what are we going to do this year to make all the kits look better? Yeah, we'll double the size of all the Adidas stripes. They go, yeah, that's brilliant. Right, we're off. I'll see you in August. It's just poor, isn't it? They must have a bit more thought than to just do that. But it is what it is. Bill Simmons in the NBA has said LeBron James will sign with the Cavs. Is he going back home? But apparently this guy has said things before and got them wrong. You like the new kit? Yeah, it's all right. I don't think it's better than last season's. Berta didn't want to bid and chat with Newcastle, who wants Kia to sort the fee out verbally. Then honestly, that's what he's doing. Basically, Kia Jarabchin is the middleman. That's why we're not getting any sort of... You're not really hearing about Arsenal's bids publicly. It's all being done verbally. It's like, yo, would you take 55? Okay, you won't. Go back to... They're not taking 55. According to Fabrizio, we offered 65. And they've rejected that. They reckon Arsenal's next bid will be 72 million plus 5 million in add-ons, but they reckon it's a take it or leave it. So you affect it 77 million for Bruno G. Apparently Newcastle want 90 million. I don't think the away shirt's not out officially, but I've seen a lot of people wearing it, so there must be copies of it knocking about. No, I don't think I'm buying the home kit. I'll be honest with you. I'll see what the away kits look like in person. That's why Berta can do so many deals. Yeah, he gets the agents. He probably breaks them a little bit of bread. Lamine whips it in, goes near post, goalkeeper collects it. Fabrizio will definitely be tapped in with the agents. That'll be where he gets his info from. £77 million apparently, Arsenal. The next offer, 72 plus 5 is, but they reckon it's take it or leave it. Boniface said Mbappe is better than all of them. Yamal, Elise, because he can decide the whole show within minutes. He's a merge of R9 and Henry. Yeah, R9 actually said the other day that Mbappe reminds him of himself. So he's that guy, man. I actually thought yesterday was like, in a strange way, it was so impressive because he actually didn't play well. And I was intrigued, like, oh, Mbappe not playing well. Is his head going to drop? And he still whips one in the top corner and wins it. And that's what I say all the time. How good are you when you're not playing well? A coach always used to say that to us. Every player's good when he has a good game, but when you have a bad game, what do you still offer your team? And Mbappe showed it. Misses a penalty, terrible, like you said. Missed that one-on-one, although he was offside, and then bends one in the top corner, and you're like, fair, that's it. That's the level. Sometimes a game, you only need a moment. You can't play well for the whole night. Man U sources deny Edison deal off. Chance for Spain. Good save. Should be 1-0 to Spain. Viva la España. Fabian Ruiz. He's doing the baby celebration. He's just come into the team. Pedri got dropped. And Spain take the lead. I don't know what Courtois is doing. Am I being harsh here? I feel like Courtois should do better with that first shot. He palms it back into the danger zone. Am I being harsh on him? Porro into Lamine. Good ball in behind. Doku, you see a winger. You don't want to defend. Dani Olmo. Am I being harsh here, people? The ball bounces. I don't know. Maybe I am being harsh. I just feel like he pushes it. Maybe he's trying to put it to the defender and he actually nutmegs the guy on the line. It's quite lucky. To be honest, the defending is dreadful. Doku switches off. Wingers, attacking players, you do tend to switch off. Dani Olmo, 12 yards out, unmarked. Where's their midfield? Shoots unmarked. Courtois, okay, yeah, I'm not going to blame him. And then Ruiz scores the rebound. 1-0 to España. And this is what they do to you. They're not... If Spain were a boxer, they're just jabbing you. They're just jabbing you every minute. And you think, this punch ain't even very hard. And before you know it, they've jabbed you about 40 times in the same spot. And then you drop to the floor. Kubasi. No, it's not Kubasi, is it? It's Cucurella. What happened there? Clash of heads? I don't know what happened. Oh, as he fell down, did he catch him with his arm? There's a breaking play here anyway. Yeah, honestly, bro, they just jab, jab, jab. Every now and then, Lamine might throw the hook, but the rest of them, they're just jabbing you. They do. They wear you down, bro. They will cause France problems in the semi-final, I'm telling you. I'd still think France will have too much for them going forward, but it will be a different game because they probably have more possession than the French. Doku being greedy. Do you know what it is? Like, at least he's trying to make something happen, though, for Belgium. I mean, I'm not being funny. I don't even know. I don't want to come across disrespectful. I don't know how Belgium are in the quarterfinal. They're poor. They've got very little to offer. Like, they have got some good individual players, and that's probably why they are here. Lukaku scoring off the bench. Doku, Trossard scored a few goals. They're just... Roberto Martinez has mashed up their national team. They literally had Hazard, Lukaku, De Bruyne, Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Dembele. Like, they should have been making finals, and that scrub Martinez just ruined that team. And then Portugal went, I tell you what, mate, come and ruin our team as well. And he ruined their team. Shocking. How that guy gets a job, I will never know. Fellaini as well, like, yeah, he was a beast, man. Listen, he wasn't pretty to watch, but he was an animal. Lamine, 2 on him. Twisting, turning, rolls it back. Oh, Rodri tries to stand it up. I'm just looking at this game now, and I can't see Belgium scoring a goal. Can't see it. Dries Mertens, he's an OG, isn't he? Oh, great footwork by Lamine. Free kick. Doku's having a stinker defensively, isn't he? It's horrible. Horrible. He's having to track Lamine. Got done on the 1-2 with Porro. Now he's fouled him on the edge of the box. Lamine is having an underwhelming tournament, bro, but he's not fit. I'm sorry, he ain't fit. You can see he's getting going, though. He might just time it right where semi-final, final is at his best. Obviously, whether they get past France in the semi-final, but he's a problem. Doku looked quite dangerous going forward, but defensively, it's tough, though. It's tough when you got to run backwards, man. I told you, my coach used to say to me, running forward, you run like Usain Bolt. Backwards, you run like you got a caravan on your back. I said, bro, I don't want to defend. When I defend, it feels painful. MJ said, wait till England's biggest club build their stadium. No, that stadium looks impressive, to be fair. But you need to, let's see if you can win some new trophies to put in there. That's the big question. Lamine Yamal, free kick, 25 yards out, saved by Courtois. Ball's bouncing around, it's cleared. Oh, bro, the screen in the middle of that stadium, it's crazy. It's so big. I think he's got to go over the wall there. It's too easy. Do we know anything about 115 has been swept, bro? They're buying players for 100 million. They're giving Haaland 7-year contracts. 115 ain't going to do nothing to Man City. Referee shoulder barge Danny Olmo. What do they do now? I think they have to do a drop. But trust it to be Michael Oliver. Sorry, mate, I couldn't see you. Look at Cucurella. He's fuming. He's like, that's why I left the Prem, so I don't have to be ref by you. He's running straight towards you, mate. I always think, like, refs, why can't they wear, like, better boots? I wear, like, some Tiempos or some Vapors. I think they've got to wear black boots, to be fair. But still, wear some black Vapors, man. Have the socks pulled above your knees. Be the Henri of referees. But They're probably not. I think they maybe have to wear the Adidas boots. Oh, he's not happy. He said, I find excuses for Yamal, but it was Odegaard. You wouldn't care. I mean, I know it's hot at the moment, so maybe I'll put it down to heat stroke. Oi! Saved. Selassie, let's just break it down. Yamal at 16 scored against France in the semi-final, top corner. He's won back-to-back league titles with Barcelona. He's had great Champions League runs, although he hasn't won it. He's probably the best player in this Spanish team. In fact, he is with Rodri. And you're comparing him to Odegaard, who spent most of last season injured and on Arsenal's bench. And we won the league without him being a regular starter in the team. So I'm going to do it out of kindness, not out of spite. I'm going to give you 3 minutes just to gather yourself, put some ice in your water, and give your head a wobble. You know what I'm saying? He's compared Odegaard to Lamine Yamal. Crazy work. Anyway. Daniel. Putting Yamal and Odegaard in the same sentence. You know what I mean? What are we doing here? Yeah, one-way traffic. If Spain score again, this game's over. You might as well turn it off. Belgium got nothing going on. Rodri. He's made a big recovery from this ACL injury, man, honestly. If I was Real Madrid, I would break the bank for Rodri. I think he'd go there as well. That is the kind of midfielder that they need. He does. I'm giving him a hydration break. I'm mixing him with a World Cup. Madrid binned Odegaard at 17. Lamine balling for Barca at 16. Exactly. Rodri to them. Camavinga to... Camavinga, I think, might leave, you know. Big up Unknown C. Big up Coutinho. Belgium spent all their energy doing the Trump dance. I did like that celebration, to be fair, but yeah. Maybe Lukaku comes on and bullies them. He's actually been playing well off the bench. It's the heat, man. It's the heat. Throw into Belgium. No way that's a foul. Rice, Saka and Saliba coming back from the World Cup from injuries. Odegaard not looking any better than he did last season. Where's the new players? Says Terminate. I think patience is going to be the key. It's difficult, and when you see Melier and players like that signed, doesn't exactly hype you up, but the Bruno G signing, if it happens, will lift our spirits. He was lactated, yeah. Do you think City could drop off next season? I still think they'll be good. I think Pep is like the manager you want when you're struggling because he's probably got the answers. But their team's that good. I don't think the manager needs to go there and do too much. You don't need to go in there and smash it up and start again. Lamine, oi! Lamine unlucky side netting. You can tell, man. Like, listen, you can just tell. He's cooking. Look at Doku, man. I feel for him. Where's the left back? Are they playing a back three? Why is Doku marking him every minute? The Kuiper's the left back. If I was Doku, I'd go, bro, are you actually going to defend? Why are you making me 1v1 with Yamal every time he gets the ball? Make the left back. Do your job, Roy Keane. He's getting absolutely ripped by him. But he's not a defender. What do we expect? Here's Doku up against Pedro Porro. Skips him. Crossed in. Not a bad ball. The layoffs behind him. They're just not enough intensity with the Belgium game. Ball whipped in. Not very good. That's why, even though people were saying that that's a good ball. 1-1! Equaliser! Belgium equalise! Di Ketelera. Lovely header. Spain's first goal of the tournament that they have conceded. Viva España! 1-1. Belgium equaliser. Bomber. Come on now. Give us a game of football, man. Give us a game of football. 1-1. Is he onside? Well, the winger's onside. Is the striker on? Yep. Oh, no, that was the block cross. He's saying he could be off. That's a lovely ball, by the way. Great ball. Is he onside as that's crossed? No, I think he could be on. That's a good header, man. Look at this goalkeeper as well. You man benching David Ryle. Look at him. Nah, man. Good goal. Is Havertz light? Yeah, he's decent in the air, isn't he? Good header. I see this story again from Real Madrid. Real Madrid have made it clear to Vinicius Jr. he must agree a new contract this summer or risk being placed on the transfer market, with 5 Premier League clubs being kept informed of his developments. I'm telling you, if 5 Premier League clubs are tracking him and we're not one of them, I'm crashing out. Not that we'll probably find out who the 5 clubs are anyway. Manu Kone is now being linked with Manchester United, which is probably why they've backed out of Ederson. Man United have identified Manu Kone as a leading midfield target. Roma are expected to demand 50 million, while Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal and Man City have been made aware of his availability. I think with Arsenal, we're only going to go for one midfielder and they want Bruno. So we won't go for him, unfortunately. I think Raya saves that, honestly. I really do. Maybe it's too powerful. You can't tell in slow motion. You're right. Scoreboard. 1-1. Yellow card for Kabasi. Free kick to Belgium. I feel like they got a chance. You know, when your defence hasn't conceded and all of a sudden you concede, it can make you a little bit vulnerable. And you can see that they didn't look comfortable dealing with crosses. Is prime Curtis Shaw better than Havertz? Oh, miles better, mate. You've seen the intro video. Ask him to do that. The keeper was asleep. Big C Roger to Madrid will make City target Bruno G. Well, we get the Bruno deal done quickly and we'll be all right. Who do you think gets relegated next season? Who actually came up? I can't even think. Who came up from the Championship? I think Ipswich and Coventry, didn't they? Who's the third one? I genuinely can't remember who the third one is. Who came up from the Championship? Offside goals. No, VAR. After review, the number 9 goal stands. Oh, Hull came up. Wow, yeah, Hull. I can't see Hull staying up. Hull will go down. Coventry. Ipswich have been a yo-yo club for years, aren't they? They keep going up and getting relegated. Coventry with Lampard. I don't know, man. Tough, like, it depends how much money they spend. They might all go down. Curtis Streets are saying if you played during VAR, you'd have 1 GS season. Well, luckily, lower leagues no VAR, you know. We run it. Oh, terrible shot. Is that Fabian Ruiz or Porro? Look, even on the Spain jersey, look, big, massive Adidas stripes. Timothy Castagna with the ball in. Should the keeper do better? It's a good run across the near post. It's hard to tell, isn't it? In slow motion, everything looks like it should be saved. It's close to him, though. Jan said that Odegaard Jamal talk. Stop. Bro, I'm telling you. And Jan said, I'm not a betting man, but Defo Arteta going to double down on the stinky football, mark my words. Wouldn't surprise you. Spurs will go down. It'd be great. I reckon they'll stay up with De Zerbi. Moment Vinny is available, City will pounce. Without Pep, though, have they got the same pull for a player like that? If we went in for him, I don't know. We got a couple Brazilians he can vibe with, London, big wages, champions, bigger fan base. I don't know. Pep's not there anymore. I genuinely think if Arsenal and Man City came in for me now and I was a player, not even being an Arsenal fan, if I wasn't, I think I'd go to Arsenal. The only thing is, though, to be honest, let me actually balance that out. If you was Vinny, you would look at Arteta's football and go, how do I fit in that system when the wingers spend half the game defending? So that's the only thing that might make him go, no, I'll go City. Their wingers are high up the pitch. At Arsenal, I'll be defending half the game. So I don't know. Long throw. Falls to Spain. Edge of the box. Shot. It's blocked. It's good defending. It's a good game now Belgium have scored. Oi, Doku would have been one-on-one. The pass was blocked. What a poor pass. Should have gone over him. Spain on the counter-attack. Alex Baena. Doku made a crazy run. Didn't find him. Lamine on the left-hand side this time. Rolls it out wide. Whipped in. No one there. Spain have not looked great since scoring. They look short of ideas. I think they're missing Nico Williams being out on that side as well. With Lamine having two wingers. Oh, are they doing a VAR check for handball? It does hit his arm. Doesn't look like they've checked it, or maybe they've already gone past it. Vinny likes Haaland. He does. Rice will miss the Norway game. They reckon he's been sick for 2 days in America. And they're saying he could be out. They reckon Mark Gay will be out as well. He's twinged his hamstring, apparently. I don't know. Who will England play centre mid with no Rice? Not sure. They could go... Oh, no. I was going to say they could put Bellingham in the 8, put Anderson in the 6, then put Rodgers in the 10, but I reckon they'll bring an out-and-out midfielder in. Maybe Cobby. Yeah, maybe Cobby. Cobby Mainu. Injury here at the moment. Spanish players clashed. Ill, apparently, is what they're running with. Florida Heat mash up Rice, yeah? Can't deal with it. Well, it's 2 minutes left of the half. They added on 5. Well, not Jordan Henderson, you know what I mean? Mash up his own arm. What happened to the quality of strikers at Spain? They had David Villa and Torres. I mean, honestly, you could say that about most countries, to be honest. England, Norway, and France are probably 3 of the only countries that have actually got an elite striker. Is Doku up against Pedro Porro? Twisting, turning, cuts inside. They've doubled up on him there. He's still twisting. He's dropped Rodri. Oh, that's what's lacking in his game. End product sometimes is dreadful. You could say that about a lot of countries, man. Their strikers have dropped off massively. Mort said, big up, see, I thought Doku went home for the birth of his child. Yeah, I think he went home for like 3 days and came back. And they were trying to criticise him for it, which is mental. Something in me wants me to get knocked out. I just want to see Rodri cry, says Gouda Chris. I'll be honest with you, apart from Lamine and the Arsenal boys, I don't really care for a lot of the Spanish players. To be honest, do you? Is there many Spanish players that you like? I like how they play, but I'm not like a massive fan of many of the Spanish players. I was a big fan of Pedri, but he's not quite playing at the level that I thought he was. Half-time whistle goes. 1-1. Is it bad that I think Latoro is overrated? I've said it for about 3 years, bro. So you're speaking to somebody who definitely agrees with that. And nobody even really goes in for him. Oh, bro, look at the Netherlands. Somebody said to me the other day, call them the Netherlands. I mean, growing up, man, Bergkamp, Patrick Kluivert, Van Nistelrooy. Who else? I mean, they had ballers, man. Rory Mackay. They had so many players. Is it Roy Mackay? Roy Mackay. No, fair play to Belgium. They've been better than I thought. Van Hooijdonk, that's who I was thinking, yeah. Yeah, Van Persie, bro. Van Persie was incredible, man. Whatever we think about him on a personal level, guy's an absolute baller. Darren Farley half time. What has he put out new videos? We'll have a look. Farley prepares. Harry Kane prepares for Norway. Go on. Let's have a look. Let me just make sure it plays. Hold on. Right. Let's have a look at this video. He's got Harry Kane interview preparing for the Norway game.
Harry, massive game against Norway. Firstly, I have to ask, why are you dressed like that?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, look, we just have to be prepared. It's for protection, really. We've been watching the Vikings on Netflix, and we know what these big.
No, by the way, Dan Burns' changing room in the background. Look how high it is, and then the rest of them. Oh my days, big Dan
We've been
Burns.
watching the Vikings on Netflix, and we know what these big Norwegians can be like. They're crazy. We have to protect the channels, the English channel mainly, because we know they like to come in on boats, and they like to raid our villages and slaughter our families. And look, I think that if they, sacrifice a goat for Odin in the middle of the pitch, VAR has to get involved. They really do, yeah, obviously.
Clearly you're concerned about the strength and physical presence of the big Norwegians.
Yeah, look, but we've got Dan Burn, and he's much bigger and scarier than any of the Norwegians. I mean, they go on about Valhalla. Dan Burn goes into Valhalla every time he goes up for a header. He's absolutely massive. Thanos calls Dan Burn big man. So look, air traffic control have got to get involved with Dan Burn.
Do you know what? I don't even think that's his best one. I feel like he's saying so much, he's kind of lost the Harry Kane accent a little bit. I think the Henderson one was better. Let's run back the Henderson one, man, who obviously broke his wrist.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm emotional. You never really think this type of thing will happen to you.
You mean being injured at a World Cup?
No, getting cut in half by an advertising board.
Jordan, you didn't play but managed to get injured and a yellow card. Why were you booked?
Well, they booked me for diving. I told them I didn't dive, the advertising board fouled me. And I told them really it should be a red card for the advertising board, but they told me VAR couldn't intervene because it's not in the rule book for advertising boards to be sent off for fouling a player that wasn't even playing 37 minutes after the final whistle goes, so I just have to accept that. So
Sorry to ask this, Jordan, but is this you ruled out of the rest of the World Cup?
My World Cup is over. I've told the gaffer I won't be able to play any more games, so he was inconsolable about that. But the gaffer told me, he told me it'll be, sorry, it'll be irreplaceable. He can't replace a player like me.
So what you're saying is they can't get hold of another defensive midfield player?
No, he just can't find another player that claps, shouts, cleans the players' boots, makes the cups of tea. gives massages to the backroom staff, and has scraps with advertising boards. He said I'm unique like that, so you can't find another player like that. So
Look, I know you're not in a good place, but surely you can still stay here and be a support for your teammates.
what's the point? I feel useless. I can't move. I just have to sit down doing nothing.
But Jordan, you've just described exactly what you've been doing all tournament.
Fair point.
It seems like a really difficult thing to achieve, being attacked by an advertising board.
It came out of nowhere. The 35-foot length advertising board. I just didn't see it. It was like a hit and run.
I mean, could you look for compensation? What was the name of the brand on the board?
The brand on the advertising board was Jet 2. And the slogan underneath said, "Have a great trip." Sorry, I'm emotional. Because I did.
Yeah, it certainly was a great trip, Jordan. It certainly was. I had the Titanic music playing in my mind. Are the FA going to pay your medical
No,
bills?
they told me their hands are tied. At least they've got hands. I've only got one. So I've set up a GoFundMe to raise £3.3 million because I don't have a lot of money. And obviously it's cost so much because they've never had to deal with someone who's been attacked by an advertising board before, so they had to fly in specialists to treat me. So I'll put the link in the video for the GoFundMe.
I can imagine your teammates are really upset. Have they visited you on the hospital ward?
No, I think it'd be too emotional for them to visit me. But they did call me on a group WhatsApp call.
Right, and what did they say?
It was really hard to understand with all the laughing. Although someone did say "Arriba, idiota morono," which I think means "get well soon, Hendo" in Mexican. So I'll have to check that out. So, ow.
Yeah, and look, Jordan, I'm sorry you managed to do this almost impossible thing to yourself. But what will you do now, obviously, if you're not going to stay here?
I'll have to fly home now. Because obviously I've got to get fit for Brentford so that I can play in a couple of Carabao Cup games next season. So that's my main focus now. But if you're watching, lads, the England lads, please avoid advertising boards. Don't jump over them. Just walk around them. I've learnt my lesson. And if you win, please give me a medal, even though I really don't deserve one. Thank you. Sorry.
Jordan, I'm sure I speak on behalf of the nation when I say, what an absolute dope.
No, that is a banger. Watch Ange joining Saudi. Is he done? Oh, let's have a look at this. Half time ain't doing nothing anyway. Ange joining Saudi. It's a good job he don't throw copyright claims at me, isn't it? We're only reacting to it, Darren. Ange joining Saudi. Where is it? Big Ange joins Saudi. Is he managing Ronaldo's team? I didn't even know that, you know. Let's have a look at this. Big Ange joins Saudi. Let's have a look. Golden kangaroo.
You know, I know it's in Saudi, mate. You know, some great teams, mate. Al Hilal, mate, and Eddie Feck, mate, and Al keeps staring at the floor, mate, and Al keeps saying, mate, and I'll make sure you sleep with the kangaroos, mate.
Well, why would you come to Al Nassr right now, Ange?
Mate, you know, I've worked at Celtic, mate, and Spursy, mate, but you know, Al Nassr, mate, it's a unique club, mate.
What is unique about Al Nassr?
Well, I've got a Ballon d'Or winner up front, mate, and a window cleaner at left back, mate, and unique enough for you, mate.
Have you spoken to Cristiano Ronaldo yet?
Yeah, mate.
And what did you say to him?
G'day, mate.
What did he say back?
I said I got a Ballon d'Or winner at front and a window cleaner at left back. Look at the golden kangaroo. Oh my days.
Hi, mate, my name is Cristiano Ronaldo, mate.
And your response?
I said, well done for remembering your name, mate. Now try and remember to do some pressing, mate. You know, things are going to change around here, lazy boy, mate.
Do you think you can deal with an
Lazy boy.
ego like Cristiano Ronaldo?
Come on, mate, it's a respect thing, mate. You know, it's all about respecting your elders, mate. And so I will respect him, mate. I always respect my elders, mate.
The rumours are you will be earning £20 million a year.
Come on, mate, it's not about the money, mate.
But Ange, it's tax-free.
Dingo, mate.
No, man, he's so funny, man. Where's the let's finish with the Kane one with the squeaky voice.
Harry, incredible night beating Mexico 3-2 with 10 men, but it has been overshadowed by Jordan Henderson appearing to get himself injured at the end of the game. Can we have an update?
Sorry, cigarette fact, Oasis Wonderwall. We survived 7,000 foot altitude. We survived going down to 10 men, obviously. With 10 men,
That's one.
I survived having no oxygen for 1 hour and a half. But unfortunately, Hendo couldn't survive. Of course,
Said Endo couldn't survive.
John Henderson.
It's a Mickey Mouse clubhouse. No, I gotta pull it back. He says, yeah, obviously 4 times at the start. Oh, no. This is his best one.
Harry, incredible night beating Mexico 3-2 with 10 men, but it has been overshadowed by Jordan Henderson appearing to get himself injured at the end of the game. Can we have an update?
Sorry, cigarette fact, Oasis Wonderwall. We survived 7,000 foot altitude. We survived going down to 10 men, obviously. With 10 men, we survived having no oxygen for 1 hour and a half. But unfortunately, Hendo couldn't survive. Of course,
Hendo
we got
couldn't
the diving
survive.
board. John Henderson, we wish him well. He's the first player in football history, obviously, to get a yellow card and get injured, despite having 0 minutes on the pitch. Yeah, obviously.
Right, and Jarell Quansah was sent off for a dangerous tackle. Do you think VAR made the correct decision?
Obviously, I don't think it was a red card. We're sorry that the Mexican player was beheaded. Condolences to the family and all that. But Cuero Johnson should not have been sent off. Yeah, obviously.
Cuero
Up
Johnson,
next,
man, said his
Norway,
name the wrong
Erling
way round.
Haaland. Are you scared of him?
Obviously, I'm not scared of Erling Haaland.
I mean, Harry, you did say that really quick.
No, honestly, that's because I've been practicing saying it in the mirror all morning. But I'm not scared of Erling Haaland. Please don't tell him I said that, please. Yeah, obviously.
This is
No, man, he's unreal, man. Second half's coming on shortly. Wow, I swear, it's hot in here already, man. That video, that's one of the best videos. He said I lost my voice singing Wonderwall. Oh man, he's got it written on his shirt. It's crazy. Imagine being a player watching him do that. You got to laugh at the game on, surely. I don't know if Henderson would laugh at his one. I'm sure I seen an interview. He said Rooney don't find it funny what he do when he does him. Oh man. Hey, we got to bring some entertainment, man. You know, the first half we got a couple goals, but it wasn't the best of games. Oh man. Big up everyone locked in, man. Sidorf said, what are your thoughts on Di Ketelera? His movement looks really good. He gets a lot of big chances. Tall as well. Good IQ. I wouldn't mind signing him. Kind of went to AC Milan and flopped. I don't know if he got a lot of game time, but didn't really work out for him. And then Atalanta. What did he do at Atalanta? Yeah, 10 goals, 7 goals. He's not prolific enough, man. He's not... Try saying it this way. Tauro. And I'm probably butchering his name, but Latoro, mate. Latoro Martinez, mate. Great half-time show. It was better than the first half, that was. I'm telling you. I'm going to message him tonight, man. 100%. Before the season starts, we got to get him on. Get him to do them accents live. Who's your favourite? Anthony Taylor, Oliver, or Trossard? Trossard ref's a good ref. He's good. Trossard's dad's a good ref. I don't know how Oliver even gets picked for the World Cup. To be honest, there's so many bad refs in the Prem. They probably have to have one from the Prem. Are footballers really paid weekly or monthly? No, it is monthly. I used to wonder that when I was a kid. Oh, they get 100 grand a week. No, they do it monthly, man. They don't get paid every week. Too much paperwork, innit? Bro, you are the best at entertainment. I'm just leaning on Farley at half time, you know. Does Farley do Arsenal play? I don't think he does. I don't think I've ever heard him do an Arsenal play. He does Arteta though, don't he? That's the only one, the manager. Sidorf said Trossard ref's probably the best ref in the world. He's very good. Very good. Second half about to get underway. 1-1 in LA. Spain 1. Belgium 1. Fabian Ruiz and Di Ketelara with the goal. I don't think there's any subs. A lot of fans not back in their seats. Apparently it's very, very hot in LA. And we're underway, people. Are the big boys going to turn up? Lamine and De Bruyne. And them man there. Smash the likes, people. 1,500 in the chat. Big up everyone locked in. Havertz gets 1.1 on the first of the month. Well, the thing is, in England, you pay like 30-40% in that tax bracket. So if, let's say, for example, yeah, Havertz 1.1, but he'd lose maybe 500 grand in tax. But then he would make maybe 200-300 grand in bonuses, sponsorship deals on top of that. So he still might end up taking maybe 700-800 grand a month home if he's had a good month and maybe played and we've won and he's scored. And there's ways around it, you know. And then you've got image rights and things like that. UK tax, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? 40-odd% tax. It is mad. Here come Belgium on the attack. Heavy touch. Goes out for a goal kick. Bro, where's my super? I think I read them, didn't I, Jan? Ads, bro, it's like I said, I know a lot of people have mentioned it. There was an update 2 weeks ago and it's inflation, bro, honestly. I don't know why they've done it, but I can't even get them out. So apologies. I think, like I said, they're trying to make everybody get YouTube Premium. Which is obviously, obviously, about £12 a month. I'll be honest, YouTube Premium is like, I've had it for years. I could never go back to normal YouTube, man. Why is Pedri on the bench? He hasn't played well, to be honest. He hasn't played well. Ruiz has come in and scored tonight, and Rodri's been balling out. I haven't listened to Future's album. No, I haven't. Big up Knuckles, just finished the 12-hour shift. Need some vibes. There's always vibes in here, bro. Always vibes. 45% tax. Yeah, it's mental. Nearly half your money. But obviously it's to balance. Oh, what a ball. I mean, he could be offside. Wow, he didn't put his flag up. Oh, he does now. Yeah, it balances with the NHS and things like that. It comes out of the tax and all other things to get your bins emptied and all that sort of stuff. But it is crazy how much tax you pay when you're in that bracket. You have premium and still get ads. I thought that was the whole point of premium. You don't get ads. Pedri saving him for France. Well, with Ruiz coming in and scoring, will they put him back in? I don't know. I'm not sure. Have I ever got a manager sacked or threw him under the bus? Nah. Never. To get a manager sacked, you got to be very powerful at a club to be able to do that. Do you know what I mean? Use SmartTube and it's free, no ads, Android only. Okay, fair. No ad. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought on premium there was no ad, so I don't see how. Poor pass by Belgium. Cucurella with the throw-in. Big up everyone locked in. Big up the Twitch gang as well. Friday night vibes. We're still struggling in the heat wave, people, in England. It's boiling hot. There's fans on all over the house. We always want better weather, and then it turns up and we feel like we're in a headlock. What? Yo. Doku there. They're literally trying to put him in a headlock. Laporte. It's a corner to Belgium. Have the UK ever had a good prime minister? Bro, I mean, I don't know what a good or bad prime minister really looks like. Like, what difference have you ever really noticed from a prime minister? Have you ever seen a prime minister and gone, oh, you know what? The country feels a lot different. It's just kind of like, you've got to handle your business, man. That's it. Big up Unknown, you hear the news on Edwards, left Liverpool again. Apparently he was like, they told him certain things were going to happen when he came back, and it hasn't happened. I think the plan was that the Liverpool owners were going to buy other clubs around Europe and do that multi-club ownership. I think they were going to buy Getafe in Spain. It never happened. And he's apparently he's going Saudi for big, big money. Come on, Flo. You know, it don't change. Matrix said, bro, I've got over 37 in my room. Yeah, it's crazy. Joe said the heat in the UK is different. 10 months out of the year it's cold. 2 months it's unbearable. It's really going mad this year. Everyone always asks, you know, how come you ain't got AC, bro? AC in this country is a waste of time because most of the year it's cold. But it might be worth having a little AC unit just to deal with those months when it is warm, but it just doesn't feel like you need it, really. Spain in possession. Lamine. Doku doubles up. There's 3 of them around him. Lays it off edge of the box. Rodri. They're forced to go wide. Belgium got a lot of players behind the ball, man. Yeah, I heard that. A hosepipe ban. You can't... Yeah. I saw that today somewhere. Would you get along with Arteta if he coached you? It's hard to say, isn't it, man? He's... doesn't give attacking players a lot of freedom, so would you enjoy it? I don't know. But would I fall out with him? I don't know. Corner to Spain, shot deflected by Lamine Yamal. AC works for the cold as well. You can adjust the temp. Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah, I know that. Might be worth getting. Oh, guys, settings, yeah. Seeing AC going for £600. Well, fans now are going for like £60 in shops when they were probably £15-20. You know what I mean? They're trebling the price because they're so hard to get. If you're in England right now and you go on Google and type in fan, try and buy one, you'll be paying ridiculous money for it, or you won't. They're sold out all over the country, or you pay like £80, £100. It's crazy. Or you got to wait like 3 weeks for it to be delivered. Yeah, listen, if I played for Arsenal and Arteta was the manager, I'd probably get on great with him because I'd be at Arsenal. That would be enough. I'd be like, oh, guys. You know what I mean? Waffle settings, all of it. Spain in possession. Cucurella. Wow, overhits the pass. It was a good pass to go for, but he overhit it. Still 1-1. Still not a great game. I thought the round of 16 was quite good. But both quarterfinals so far, not great. Sadio Mane has announced his international retirement. 130 games, 54 goals. 2 AFCONs, although they're only giving him 1 because officially they gave that one to Morocco, but the streets still give that to Senegal, man. Yeah, I think it could be worth getting a air conditioning unit. Fabrizio saying start of discussions with Newcastle. He's 90 million. Bruno not willing to create waves if he can't go. He's saying the right things. Let's see if he's acting like that in a month's time. Do you know what I mean? It's easy to say that. I'm going to be professional about it. The Newcastle fans are already turning on him anyway. So you might as well rebel and get the move. Here's Doku left-hand side up against Porro. Kevin De Bruyne, brilliant 1-2. Doku doesn't find the pass shots. Side netting. Side netting there. Oh my days. Doku and De Bruyne. Great little 1-2. That ball from De Bruyne there, man. He was onside as well. Oh, if that pass would have found him. You're looking at Spain here thinking, how have they only just conceded? They look like they can be got at. Ferran Torres comes on. I didn't even see who came off. Baena and Ruiz. Pedri comes on. Yeah, I know. Aircon and a dishwasher. Fabrizio. Oh, Trevor Noah's. Okay, cool. Somebody said that earlier, but I'm sure they just said Trevor, and I was like, what? Cristiano posted himself with the Euros. He's a lunatic. Honestly, he's a madman. Why? Just don't do it. Oh, look at me. I won the Euros. Don't forget about me. Yeah, he's literally posted it today. A winning of millions. Ronaldo, bro. Ronaldo. Is it true Ronaldo said he thinks because he won the Euros, it's on par with winning the World Cup? He's a lunatic, bro. He really is. Oh, yeah, a competition that only has European nations in it is as big as one that has all the biggest in the world. I mean, are you crazy? How does that even make sense? And the Euros final, yeah, he didn't even play in it. He came off after like 15 minutes. Oh, wow, that's a terrible cross. Spain don't look very good, man. Spain do not look good. Kopi and Ronaldo, yeah. Axel Witsel coming on. Bruno G needs to come play for real centre mid-turn gaffer. MJ, you're holding a 3 minute. Do you know what I mean? You can't get away with that. Carrick was a baller. But as a manager, Mikel's a title winner, FA Cup winner. Carrick was at Middlesbrough. Unreasonable said Arteta, your coach. Odegaard, your captain. Wins your pet. Yeah, I know. It's amazing, isn't it? Wins probably the most elite out of the three of them. I swear Axel Witsel was playing like 20 odd years ago. I don't know how he's still playing. Porro isn't that good. Nah, he can be got at. Doku, I think he's better than he looks at Tottenham. I mean, whips it in, punched away by Courtois. I think he's better than he looks at Tottenham, but he's not elite. But Spain don't have much right backs after Carvalho. Flo said, weirdest career I've seen Witsel. I'd always buy him on FIFA. There's players, isn't there, like Witsel, Hamsik. They just popped up everywhere on FIFA, and there'd always be a good card somewhere. They play everywhere. Lamine, right hand side. Doku, all gamers got back and doubled up. Lamine gives it away. Doku, driving run. That's a yellow card, surely. Come on, ref. And he's kicked the ball away. How is Michael Oliver letting him get away with that? Something's not right with Lamine. Seen a few decent moments, but overall, it was Lamine who fouled him, actually. I mean, that's a yellow card, man. He's on the counter-attack as well. He don't look sharp. He don't look at it. Come on, you know Hamsik, them man there are real OGs on Nainggolan and them, man. Yeah, always good players, man. Back in the day. Dries Mertens, who someone mentioned, or Insigne. They'd always have team of the season cards. French fries, paella, or tortillas. I like tortillas, you know. But French fries as well. Not a massive fan of paella. It's all right. Spain could lose, man. We said this at the start. One of the 4 favourites, I think, will get knocked out. But which one is it? Pastore, yeah, he's old school as well, man. That man there, I don't know. They just seem to go off the radar. But would you rather have Dembele or Mbappe? Kylian Mbappe. Every single day of the week. Cucurella whips in. This feels like Belgium can win this. Lukaku's coming on. And we know he does well. Lavezzi as well, man, yeah. Them man are proper OG ballers, man. Lukaku. See, do you rate this World Cup? Where do you place it versus others? I think it's been a good World Cup. Trossard dragged. I haven't even noticed him, to be honest. That's the thing with Trossard. He can have these games where Stella or Trossard, you know. I think it's been a good World Cup. Is it the best? I wouldn't say it's the best one, but I'd say it's a good one. I just hope you want the quarterfinals to be. Hope he doesn't slow down now. Marcos Senna, yeah. Pastore's Enzo Fernandez agent. Wow. I saw the other day Moussa Sissoko is Barcola's agent. Games, it's okay. It's okay. Lamine. Shoot, saved by Courtois. Didn't get far enough in the corner. Is quite far out there. It's a tactical battle, to be fair. Spain on the attack. For Olmo was pulled down. Aye, Doku. Nah, he's got power on toast. He's done all right, actually, to recover. Oh, Belgium, this is a big chance. Oh, he's took too long. Oh, Lukaku is bouncing everywhere. They clear it. They're appealing for handball. What a touch. Oh, on the spin, Kevin De Bruyne. Good save. They're appealing for handball. Is there a VAR check for handball against Spain? Let's have a look. Laporte, I don't think they'll give it. He's close. He heads it against Rodri's arm. He's very close to him. 2002, that was a good World Cup. Although there was a few scandals in that World Cup. 98 World Cup was good as well. I thought the Qatar World Cup was good. It's the best World Cup final I've ever seen. Here's Lamine. Rolls it back. Shot deflected. Goes out for a corner. Yeah, I actually think this second half's getting better. Lamine or Mbappe? Kylian Mbappe. He's number 1 in the world, bro. I don't think I'd pick any player over him. Obviously, Messi is the GOAT, but Mbappe right now, he's number 1. Yeah, I love 98, man. France 98 was a great World Cup. Game is starting to open up because I think Belgium know they can beat them now. But obviously, Spain are still dangerous. Here's Ferran Torres. He's cut inside well there. You could tell he wanted to dive there and try and get a penalty. Rodri keeps it in. Courtois is number 1. He's fading a bit, Courtois. He has been one of the best for years. He's amazing. I feel like he's not as quick as he used to be. Paella is just Italian risotto, so underwhelming, says Jan. Chance for Spain. Good tackle. So yes, Paella, it's all right. Not amazing. We got Juanito. Big up, man. New member. You've been around for ages. Kind of late. What did you think of the Mexican team? I thought they were good, man. I thought they did their country proud. Mora looks a real talent. I think somebody will buy him. Even Raul Jimenez against England. I said, bro, this guy looks like Diego Costa today, how he's playing. He was proper, like, hard work for the England centre-backs, man. Look, they lost to England, Kane and Bellingham. Like, they are top players. They can do that. I thought Mexico did well. Lamine Yamal, right-hand side. Should have cut inside there. He's fouled him as well. That was begging for Lamine to cut in on his left. He tried to run him down the line. Showing you his shot from earlier. Again, it's comfortable really for Courtois. Yeah, I thought Mexico did well, man. Yeah, I suppose it's a bit of a shame that none of the host nations are still in the competition just for that vibe. Would you take Kone? Yeah, definitely. I'd definitely take him. But if we get Bruno and him, we'd have too many midfielders, central midfielders. But there was a little rumour today, although it's not coming from a good source, saying that Zubimendi's homesick. Belgium 2018 squad, yeah. Like, I think somebody said it earlier in the chat. They were just unlucky that that French team was so good. Belgium turned up, went, right, 2018, best Belgium squad probably ever. And France were like, yeah, N'Golo Kante, Pogba, Mbappe, Griezmann, Varane. You ain't winning. Here's a chance. Ferran Torres gives it to Lamine. Loses it. Something ain't right with him. You're almost looking at him thinking, would you take him off? CR7 Mbappe R9. I mean, for me, it'll always be R9, bro. Unless I see something that changes my mind. So, R9 is the best. But, listen, I understand CR7 for the longevity, for the Ballon d'Ors, for the Champions Leagues. There you go. Courtois down injured. There we go. He's pointing to his hip. Told you he's getting old, man. I told you he's getting old. Big up Canon Culture. Want to start a channel? Any advice? You're my goat. Hey, big up, man. As I always say to people, man, you just learn on the job on YouTube, man. We all think, oh, big camera, big setup. You just learn on the job, man. It's, get a decent camera. Start putting out content. Do you know what I mean? And you learn. You look at my early videos. I think I played them on that 100K stream that we did. I was playing my first stream. I sound like Jordan Henderson, bro. I was like, do you know what I mean? Like, although I'm not going, but you know what I mean? I was hesitating and thinking what to say. Now I could chat for like 3 days. Clock in the background, or started in the car, then at the Emirates, then with the clock, then with the 2 shirts just hanging up. You know what I mean? It was humble beginnings, people. You know what I mean? My tripod was £3 from B&M. It wasn't nothing pretty and glamorous about it. But you get there, man. Just get started. Hydration break. 24 minutes to go. Look at that stadium. Honestly, you go to that stadium. I remember walking and just looking over that pitch and thinking, this stadium is phenomenal. It really is. It's incredible. The clock with no hands, man. I'm telling you. The clock that doesn't tell you the time. Why is R9 the best striker ever? Looking at stats, trophies and longevity, is there a bit of nostalgia involved? A lot of strikers have much better records. And it's a fair argument, by the way, because I've had this conversation with Cruz. He loves Mbappe. I've had this conversation with people in the comments. Oh, is it a bit nostalgia? It was your generation, so you're... I just feel like if you are of a certain age that you watched R9 play football as an adult or a teenager, or you was old enough to watch him, I just don't think I've seen a more talented striker ever. It's hard to explain other than just you had to watch him to understand how good he was. I've never seen a striker better than him. I just haven't. The pace was ridiculous. The ball control, the skill, the finishing ability with both feet, the strength. It was crazy, man. Honestly, it was like... And what people have to remember, he was doing this to like Desai and Nesta and Cannavaro and prime Rio Ferdinand at Old Trafford, hat-trick, after he'd had an ACL injury. It wasn't like No disrespect. Look at the centre backs nowadays. You know, Upamecano's playing centre back for France. These guys are not even that good compared to those guys, and that ain't nostalgia. You were talking Desailly, Frank Leboeuf, Thuram for France, Nestor, Cannavaro, Maldini for Italy, England, Ferdinand, John Terry, Sol Campbell. You're playing against monster centre-backs, and he's dishing them up. He's serving them up like he's in a restaurant. It's one of them. If you didn't see it live, it's hard to understand. Because people will do that. Oh, yeah, but his goal record can be, or he only did it for this many years. It's like, bro, I don't care. He's the best striker of all time. In my opinion, I don't think there's ever been a better striker than him. Big up Matty, Big C, tell him like it is. You had to be there, just like the Jordan conversation. You had to see it in living colour. Yeah, yeah. Genuinely, bro. And even me, yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm a big basketball fan. There was times with me where I was going, yo, Kobe, LeBron, is Mike really the GOAT? And it's just because I was experiencing it more. When Mike was dominating, NBA wasn't on TV that much in England. So I was watching highlights where when they started showing it a lot more, I was watching Kobe at the Lakers. I was watching LeBron at the Cavs and at Miami Heat. And I was going, yo, are we sure that Mike's better than these two? But then I watched the documentary, I'm watching playbacks, and you're like, yo, I can imagine watching this live would have been ridiculous. Like, I think you always favour your own generation because you experienced it as well. Do you know what I mean? You watched it and you had that feeling of it live. So I think it works like that. You know, I speak to people, they go, oh, Maradona, you had to be there. So I get it. I get it. Lemon's coming on. Courtois off. He's actually not a bad goalkeeper, actually. Bro, I'm so glad you said this, Red Eye, because I've said so many times, Nicolas Anelka is genuinely one of my favourite Arsenal players of all time. I don't know how high he would be on the list, but he's genuinely one of the best. He's one of the best. Courtois in tears. That's sad, man. That's sad. He obviously knows he's done a bad injury. He knows he's done a bad injury. He's going to miss. He's probably thinking, imagine they beat Spain, get to the World Cup semi-final and you're injured. You've missed it. And how old is he now, Courtois? 34. Will he go to the next World Cup starting? I don't know, 38. Anelka was genuinely natural ability. He was phenomenal. Look at what Ian Wright said. He said, the moment I saw him, I knew I was done at Arsenal. He was incredible. I was devastated when he went to Real. R9 or Romario. Listen, again, you're mentioning a player that I rate so highly. He's one of the first strikers that I truly studied, Romario. But you can't name a striker ever that I'm going to put over R9. He's number one. He is number one. Spain on the attack. Lamine, come on, man. We're waiting. He keeps trying to go down the outside. It ain't working, bro. He's getting cooked by this left back. Well, he's cooking himself. By the way, if Vinny signs for a Prem team, is it the biggest ever star to sign in the Prem? Oh, that's an interesting question, because when you think about it, a lot of the best players ever that have played in the Prem, they've sort of become the best player ever in the Prem. Cristiano Ronaldo was not huge. Henry was big, but not as big as he became at Arsenal. We must have signed a bigger player in the Premier League than Vinny at some stage. Who would we say? I'm just thinking, really. Oh, yeah, Zlatan. Yeah, Zlatan was massive. Shevchenko was massive, yeah. Oh, Spain. Oh, bad touch. Yeah, like, we tend to lose the biggest players. Haaland, when he joined, not bigger than Vinny. Pogba was big. Ozil was big. Ozil was definitely very big, but Vinny was Ballon d'Or. Shevchenko, Robinho and Zlatan. Yeah, Ruud Gullit, actually. That's a big one. Gullit. Haaland at the time, just left Dortmund, wouldn't have been bigger than Vinny. Gullit could be one of the biggest, to be honest. Gullit could have been one of the biggest. Veron, I felt like, was big as well. Bergkamp. Drogba wasn't that big. He was at Marseille. Maybe Shevchenko, because he was in Ballon d'Or converse. Samuel Eto'o. Edgar Davids, yeah. Yeah. Ronaldo, yeah, on the return, really, you could say Ronaldo. Donny said Neymar, best footballer ever. Not for me, but I understand the love for him. At Barcelona, he was phenomenal. Yamal's having a stinker, he is. Big up Cannon Coultry said, thank you, man. Would you take the current Messi? Yes, yes, and yes. You've got to give him a complete free role. Just get people to do his dirty work. Man tried to sneak Soul in. No, man, put some respect on Big Soul, man. Champions League final, bang, header. Invincible. Soul was proper, man. Big Soul. Big up MJ. Big up Jan. I've seen R9 at the back end of his career. Never seen any other striker do the things he did. Pure football. Then Messi came and now he's the undisputed, yeah? Yeah? 100%. Neymar at Barcelona. He was going to be the best in the world. He was the guy, he was the prince that was going to take over from Messi and Cristiano. It was him. That move to PSG, it denied us greatness in football of this modern generation. Neymar was like the modern day Ronaldinho, the entertainer, the skill. We lost an unbelievable talent by him going to PSG because he just started getting injured. They kicked him up over there. Was Neymar linked with West Ham? I never heard that story, you know, Charlie. I never heard that. Come on, Lamine, man. Go on the inside. You ain't getting on that right foot. Oh, great pass. Porro, that's poor, man. Spursy. Yamal stinker means he's scoring the winner. Great moment. I've got a feeling that Belgium are going to beat them. Just the way Spain are playing, I think they're going to get caught out. A cross, a counter-attack. I think I think this could be the upset. Spain are boring. Says Kelly. You got to be a real purist to enjoy the way Spain play. They're playing to wear you out physically, and then they're relying on Lamines and players like that. They're missing Nico Williams, you know. Not that I rate him, but they're missing that sort of pace on the left with Lamine on the right. They don't have that. What if we signed Suarez? We would have won the league if we got Suarez. We would have won the league. We were lacking that goal scorer. Yeah, Adeyemi has signed for Barcelona. Here we go. 30 million euros apparently. Very cheap. He's been a bit underwhelming though. Apart from pace, he's not. But Hansi Flick just wants absolute demons of, Gordon and Adeyemi as backup for Rafinha and Yamal. Last 20 when they're tired, just bringing them to him. They're defending so well against Lamine. He's getting no space. And he's struggling to get away from Pedri. Spain desperately need a striker to develop in La Liga, man. They just... Oyarzabal, yeah, he's all right, but... Nah, Lamine, bro. I can't believe how he's playing. This De Kuyper at left-back's wrapping him up. It's actually Shevchenko. He signed for Chelsea and won Ballon d'Or in 04, yeah? He was a massive name, just didn't work. Crespo was big as well. MJ said Robinho more talented than Neymar. All-round game. I did love Robinho, though. Lamine 1-2. He doesn't get the second pass from Ferran Torres. George Weah. Yeah, I forgot he came to the Prem. Ronaldinho is one of the greatest. Put him in GOAT categories. I don't care if he didn't play for too long or he was a party animal. He's one of the best ever. The most entertaining footballer of all time. Doku is down holding his foot. Yarzabal comes off. And Nico Williams is on. I think they're going to move Ferran Torres to striker. Let's see what this Nico Williams brother does, man. Linked with Arsenal. I'm not convinced by him, but let's see what he's about. 300 bags a week. 11 minutes to go. Robbie Fowler celebration. Yeah, brilliant. Rivaldo and Romario, yeah, they were unbelievable. Let's see what happens now. Ferran Torres is up front. Lamine on the right. Lamine's getting wrapped up. Nico Williams on the left. Alessandro Del Piero. What a player. Here's Nico Williams. Yeah, that's everything you need to know about him. Just hit a photographer on the head. Dropped the step over, went past the defender and smashed it out for a goal kick. That's everything. That's Nico Williams in a 10-second highlight reel. That's why I don't want him. He's rags. Absolutely rags. Mikel Merino. Why do I feel like when I see Mikel Merino playing for Spain, he's like an £80 million midfielder? When I see him for Arsenal, I feel like he's an £8 million midfielder. Like when he's playing for Arsenal, I'm like, he's going to roll around 10 times. Nah, I'm joking. He don't look like an £8 million one, but I feel like he looks even better when he plays for Spain. Kevin De Bruyne's got cramp. Kevin De Bruyne. I couldn't help it. He's getting old, people. Still a hell of a player, though. He put the cross to the pigeons. Yeah. That's the question that I don't like answering it under any circumstances. He said, start, bench, sell, R9, Ronaldinho, Henry. Just leave me out of that one. Belgium are dropping like flies. They got some old players, aren't they? Groins, hamstrings, everything's tightening up. Luca Toni, that's an OG from football as well. Marino, they need to bring Marino on. He's clutch for Spain, man. Free kicks, Carlos or Beckham. I feel like Beckham did. Carlos actually score that many free kicks? I think Beckham scored more. Nico Williams on the turn. Rolls it edge of the box. Rodri clips it out to Lamine. Look at Doku's work rate, man. Lamine, everything he does is going wrong. Absolute stinker. Kone to Arsenal, are you in favour? 100% in favour. Oh, Janino, the free kicks. That is what you call a free kick specialist. Lamine, come on. You can have a bad game, score the winner, set up the winner. You're still the hero. It's 1-1. It's your time. Rodri clips it out wide. Nico Williams getting a lot more space than Lamine. Nope, you ain't getting that. Spain have been poor, man. I'm telling you now, I think Belgium are going to beat them. I think they're going to nick it. Oh, we've only got 8 minutes. They're going to pull us into extra time, aren't they? Marino is Clark Kent in disguise at Arsenal. I honestly think we missed Marino a lot in the second half of last season. He's just got that ability to pop up with a goal or play a pass. Middlesbrough Juninho, he was good as well. He was good. Him and Ravanelli. The Panda played like he was drunk today, I can't lie. Stella or Trossard. Diego Milito at Inter, yeah, he's old school as well. Didn't he score the winner in like the Champions League final for Inter? Ball over the top. Oh my days, he can't even control the ball. Get him off. It's hard when you've got a player like that. Because the Spanish coach is probably sitting there going, I need to take him off. Look at that ball as well. You'd expect that to melt to his left foot. He's controlled it with his left. And it's hit his right. Oh, keeper's out. Oh, De Bruyne was going to shoot from 45 yards out. You'd have backed him with his techers as well to score that. Camoranesi, yeah, he's old school. Vidal as well, them old school midfielders. De Bruyne there, the goalkeeper came out, gave it straight to De Bruyne, controlled it, went to volley it with his left foot. Keeper was miles out, but it was blocked. I hope this doesn't go to extra time. I don't really want to discuss. Well, watch, should I say, another 30 minutes of this. It's been quite intriguing in the second half without a goal. But we need the goal to keep us hanging on. Cambiasso, yeah. Totti, Totti was one of my favourite Italian players, man. Vidal Sanchez, Chile team, not spoken about. Bro, they're Copa America winners. They had Messi crying. Wow, that's a rugby tackle. Free kick to Spain. Why does David Raya not start? This guy loves Unai. Simon, he has won the Euros with him, so I get it. You find that managers will have that loyalty. De Bruyne wrestles Ferran Torres to the ground. You'll know him from his Man City days. 98 to 06 was prime. De Bruyne's coming off. It looked like he was getting cramp. Takes off the armband. Oh, Asprilla was amazing at Newcastle. Thiago Alcantara. Technically, I mean, that goal for Liverpool where he volleys it and just like skims off the floor. Oh, man. Thiago's technique was phenomenal. Lawrence said, you know who is actually a baller's baller? Defoe. Bro, I've said it all the time. Growing up, academy days, two strikers I used to hear about. Jermaine Defoe and Leon Knight. They were absolute pure goal scorers, finishers. Leon Knight was at Chelsea. Defoe was at West Ham. Everyone was like, these two are going to be monsters. Their finishing ability was ridiculous. I think Leon Knight ended up at Brighton. Didn't quite have the career that he probably should have. But in terms of finishing, a joke. And Defoe, I always thought Defoe would end up at Arsenal. When he was at West Ham, I thought he'll be at Arsenal. The way he finishes. Yeah, Michael Owen was ridiculously good at Liverpool. Lamine, good touch. Give it him back. Lamine, good touch. Cuts inside. There's too much traffic. I'm telling you now, Belgium have defended him so well in this game. I just keep thinking he's going to do something, and he's not. Here's Nico Williams. If you're a pigeon, put your head down. No, he's rolled it across. It's cleared. Lamine is having a proper, like, stinker. Spanish defence under pressure, rolled back to the keeper. Thomas Muller or Kai Havertz? Come on, bro. Come on. You can't be... That's not a serious question. Muller is a baller. So much game intelligence in that false nine. He just wasn't the most exciting or glamorous of players, but he was an absolute baller. Here's Cucurella. I can't help but say his name like that now. Every time he gets the ball, I just hear that. Zenden, and Mendieta, they're proper old school ballers. Le Mans dropped it, and they've scored! The Lemon has dropped it. Manchester United, Fanta Lemon. Shot from distance, he palms it out, and Spain are heading to the Euro semi-final. And of course, Mikel Merino with the goal. Who else? He's the most clutch midfielder. What did I say when he was warming up? I feel like running around the corner flag with him. Lemon. Fanta Lemon in goal. And there you go. Spain heading to the semi-final to play France. What is that Lemon doing in goal there? MJ, speak for your goalkeeper. 30 yards out. Spills it. Who else? Mikel Merino. He's so clutch. Look at that goalkeeping. I'm telling you, that doesn't happen by accident, what you're seeing him do, Merino. His timing. He's just so good. I honestly think, I said Keith Lemon would have saved that. I honestly think Marino, if you can play him right, he could be like a top player. He's so good. But maybe the bench is what suits him the most. Fanta Lemon, the Man United goalkeeper, spills it out and Marino scores 2-1. I actually thought Belgium were gonna get them. There's a story here. I don't know how the PSG are increasingly willing to listen to offers for several of their attacking players. Barcola is one of the forwards who could be available with growing interest in the French winger, although it wouldn't come cheap. Coach is milking Marino. He's using him as that mad impact player off the bench. We missed him second half of the season. Like, Champions League final was genuinely crying out for a player like him. Just somebody off the bench who could make a run, get an opportunity. It's a shame, man. He'll be good for us next year. Is the Spain manager better than Arteta? Listen, he's won a Euros. It's hard to say with international football because I've seen managers that aren't very good do well in international football because you don't need to coach them as much. You're picking... Look at Deschamps. He's picking an all-star team with France. Does Deschamps need to be a great manager to go, I'll play Dembele and Mbappe and Elise and Barcola, like, or Doué? It's not a lot he needs to do. So I don't know how good this Spain manager is. He's very good at international level. But it is a lot different. Yeah, honestly, I'm so relieved if this game doesn't go to extra time because, I don't know, it's been intriguing but not that entertaining. We needed more goals in the second half. I honestly thought Belgium were going to upset Spain and knock them out. United fans gone real quiet, yeah. Would you sell Marino for 350 mil? You could buy 10 players at Arsenal for that. No, maybe not actually. I'd want over 100 for Saliba. Pure clutch. Marino drives a manual, no automatics. Yeah, it's nothing but clutch, man. Pure manual. Marino should be our striker. He could be, genuinely. He could genuinely challenge to be Arsenal striker up front. Curtis, the upset might be England. Well, they're now saying Gahey's probably out and Declan Rice. Here come Belgium. Round the goalkeeper. Oh, it's cleared. Is that not a pass back? No. Unintentional. Laporte, what a block. Lukaku was going to tap it in at the back post. Unai Simon went crazy there. Took it round the goalkeeper, but the cross was blocked by Aymeric Laporte. Lakaka. He's actually been scoring, though. Tesco value lemonade. Never rated him, said Beresford. He looked all right for United. Come on, Belgium. They're on the attack. Wow, he's rugby tackled him. That's a naughty challenge, man. Laporte gets a booking. Peely said no extra time. Enjoy your early night. Well, Belgium have got a chance. 7 minutes added on. Speak for Gab. Bro, Gabby's better than every defender you've got at Man United, MJ. I know Haaland dealt with him, but you can't chat to Gabby, bro. And let me not even talk about Saliba. Saliba's the best centre-back in the world. Raya is better than Simon. Yeah. You know what it's like. The manager won the Euros with him. Belgium on the attack. Ball whipped in. It's flicked away. Spain counter-attack. Nico Williams. He's out there. What a poor pass that is, man. They had a great attack there. Well, Arsenal will have one in the French team, 3 in the Spanish, although they're all on the bench. No Argentina players if they get there. No Switzerland players if they get there. 1 Norwegian, 4 English. So 3 of the 4 will have Arsenal players. So you'd expect an Arsenal player to win the World Cup. Obviously, Argentina or Switzerland will be the two that don't. MJ don't back down, I know. He argues even when he knows he's got no ammunition. I think England will beat Norway, but you never know. They're saying that Rice hasn't trained, he's been sick, and Gahey apparently has twinged his hamstring. So I think England... I saw a stat today that, like, Haaland hardly ever scores when he plays against Dan Burn. So maybe they go Dan Burn, John Stones at centre-back and put Konza at right-back. Kwanzaa's suspended. Reece James ain't fully fit. Spence got cooked, although he looked all right when he came on against Mexico. Sidorf said, another Manure United scrub. Lemons. Another version of Onana. KDB's washed up. Listen, he's had a great career, man. It happens to everyone, don't it? Free kick to Spain. Gunnar Chris, Big C in the Champions League final, all we were doing was crossing the ball. I said it then and I say it again. Bringing on Zubi for Skelly was a mistake. Mikel should have brought on Marino. Thing is, I don't think Marino was fit, was he, at the time? 2 minutes left for Belgium to get an equaliser. They've got Lukaku in there. They cross it. Lukaku, he doesn't quite get his head on it. Spain clear it upfield. Spain could break it. Oh, Ferran Torres. Losers out, though. Ref, get out of the way, man. Can Belgium get a late equaliser? They've got a lot of players forward. That's not a bad ball. Goalkeeper's dropped it. Free kick given. Free kick given. Unai Simon. You can't even challenge goalkeepers nowadays. You've literally just jumped to get the ball. The ref gives a foul. 90 seconds left. Best centre-back was scared to move his... Best centre-back was scared to move his lineup in the Champions League final. Scared to move his lineup. I might... Yeah, allow him, man. Takinardi and Cameronese. Yeah, OGs as well. Why does Mourinho look so bad in Arsenal's midfield? It's got to be the system. I think we play him too far back. I think he's got to be like a 10 with the freedom to join in. In the 8 for us, you've got to do loads of defending. Mourinho in the Prem, the game's way quicker as well. Well, not way quicker, actually. This year, the Prem was a lot more stop-start and long throws and corners, set pieces. I genuinely think he should be a striker. Cucurella shoots. Lemon holds on to it. Vegas Gunner, Marino has good anticipation. The ball doesn't get caught under his feet. He gets a shot off quick with one touch. He should be a striker. There you go. I agree. I think you could play him up front. He was brilliant up front for us when we had no striker in 24-25. Jeremy, yeah, he's a OG, man. He got the Chelsea move back in the day. Good run. Porro pulls it back, cleared away. 7 minutes are up. He blows the whistle. Michael Oliver. Full-time whistle goes. Spain 2. Belgium 1. Belgium are out. Trossard returns to Arsenal. Probably to be sold to Besiktas. Lamine Yamal, genuinely very poor game. Courtois was in tears. Came off injured. Marino does it again. I'm surprised clubs in Spain aren't trying to buy him offers. We only paid 30 million for him. You know, he could start at some other clubs. Lukaku didn't really get a chance. Belgium go out. They missed Tielemans. Got injured in the warm-up. They put in a good effort, but they're not great, really. So we now have France against Spain. World Cup semi-final. That is a monster game. I think that's on Tuesday. And then obviously the next 2 quarterfinals, we'll find out who plays in the other semi. Potentially England against Argentina, but also you've got Norway and Switzerland. Big up to everyone. Tomorrow I will be here for England against Norway. It is a 10 o'clock kickoff UK time, so a bit later than this one. Big game. Can England make the World Cup semi-final? And if there's any big Arsenal news, we'll talk Arsenal tomorrow afternoon. So big up to everyone locked in. Appreciate your support. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Hype up if you're watching on playback. Spain beat Belgium 2-1. Mikel Clutch Marino